Hello and good afternoon. It is a beautiful day here at Christ in the Desert. And I figured I'd come on today, even though about my little lamb that I've been taking care of for the past couple of weeks now. Um, Hiding somewhere behind me. Where's she at? My arm's in the way there. There she is. Um, Sleeping right now. She was hanging out with the other sheep today, and I brought her in for a live chat on Facebook. So now I am here on YouTube. Quality is okay. I can't confirm that right now. We're on satellite internet, so hopefully the quality will be good here. You can always use the chat on the side. And let me know if the quality is not good. I don't know if I can do much about it. Hopefully you can hear me. I know the last time that I did a broadcast, the audio wasn't all that great, but I can see there's actually a little monitor here. I can move one of these mics, but I'll probably have to take this off afterwards because I'll pick up the lamb and the audio will then die. But anyway, I'm coming on just to talk a little bit, just real quick. This won't be a long video, but about Shadow. You can see Shadow here with me when she was first. Well, this wasn't when she was first born. This is probably 3 or 4 days after she was born. Again, there she is. Shadow. Hey, she's still alive there, and alive and moving around. I will probably feed her a little bit here in a minute, but get is how or what happened that Shadow ended up living with me. I have a longer video coming out, not so much of this live video, but a video of collected things that have happened here while she's been living with me. Today, she's only here for a few minutes, or I shouldn't say a few minutes, probably another 15 minutes, and I will take her back to the flock. But I figured I'd bring her in, give her a little bit of relief. She's been a little bit upset that she's not around me that much. Not so much that she's inside, it's just that she's not around me as much now. So she gets a little bit upset. You can see some of the videos I've posted on here on YouTube. But yeah, she is doing very well. And when I take her in to stay with the flock, most of the time she'll run over to the other lambs and play with them. It's really cool. I wish I could get some videos of that. I don't have too many. We'll see what happens on my next little video. But the backstory is that Shadow ended up being rejected by her mother. And I think that it's because of our donkey was playing around a little too much when she was born. It's normal actually for the donkey or donkeys to do things like this, like chase the little lambs around and things like that. But I don't think her mother liked that too much. So after about 2 days, that means she got the colostrum, I think is the word. I was able to take her and bring her in here and just start bottle feeding her. And naturally, when you start bottle feeding an animal, you become their parent. So she follows me around everywhere. So again, I'm hoping the quality on this, if it isn't, then I'll probably delete this. But let me know again in the comments over on the side there if the quality is bad. And if it is, then I can try to fix that. But again, I can't tell if it is or isn't. But so I brought her in and started feeding her. And since then, she has been living with me on and off. I've been taking her to be with the other sheep, and she's doing well. But some interesting things I see in the comments quite a bit that people think that it's a cool thing to have a lamb, and they dream about having a lamb and things like that. It's just remember, she's not a dog or a cat, for all that matters, and they're not trained to be in houses. I don't know if you even can. The best I can do is put a patch of of hay down and let her, I kind of just plop her there ever so often to get her used to that. If she's outside, she'll relieve herself, but you have to be careful because she can make a mess. When it was time to get her off the bottle, which I have kind of done, she has taken all the hay that I give her and spreads it all over the place. So I've cleaned up in here. The wires you see over to the side are just for the lights because it was very dark. I couldn't get her. I couldn't get her in, so I've got some lights set up, and I'm controlling them here with this this mixer, which I can also control my my cameras. But it is possible that I'll have to do this again. I'm actually looking for some videos here on the side that I can bring up. This is one of her. Let's see if I can get this to come up. This is a video of her when we were on the couch, and I was just trying to relax a little bit, but she obviously and wouldn't leave my camera along. So it was interesting. There's certain places that she really likes. So she really likes this couch, but I have to put paper on it because again, I think because the couch smells like dirt, because we have a lot of dirt that floats in the air, she thinks it's the grounds. I'm not sure if she's going to do it in this video, but she starts to paw the couch. Whenever a lamb starts to paw, something's going to happen. I don't know if I can get her to, no, she is relaxing right now. She is not going to get up. But yeah, whenever a lamb starts to paw, for instance, there are 3 reasons I have seen my lamb paw things. Well, first, let's talk about the ground. When she paws the ground, she is looking to rest most of the time, I've noticed. If you're laying on the ground and she starts to paw you on the side, that is taking her front paw and starts hitting you on the side, that usually means she's going to lay right next to you. And if she goes and starts pawing something around, like if she starts to paw the side of you can see I have my blanket there. If she starts to paw the blanket, I have to be careful because that usually means she's about to do something. And as I always say, she's probably going to leave her little nuggets somewhere. So you have to be careful with that. You always watch. The tail is another thing that's interesting. If you watch her tail, it will tell you, funny, tail. The tail will tell you things. And you'll start to notice that, oh, no, she's bending her tail. I need to get her away from whatever and take her outside or something like that. So you're always watching her. It's not one of these things where you can just lay the lamb, bring her in, and then let her go. During the 3rd week of her being here, I was able to kind of let her roam freely. I could actually leave. But towards the middle of that 3rd week, she started pulling paper. The books back there you see in the picture, she started pulling paper that's in between the books. Not the books themselves, but I had paper just in between the books with some things written on it. She'll bring that and just start scattering it all over the room. It was kind of funny, but I ended up cleaning up a lot of things. I don't let her on my bed, which is near me, because again, another thing, if you've ever watched lambs or sheep, mainly, sheep will also tell you, they'll do the same things as the little lamb, but when sheep are laying down, they, well, I shouldn't say that. Let's rephrase that. What the sheep are laying down and then they get up, and the first thing they want to do is relieve themselves. And that is exactly what happens with my little lammer here. When she gets up, if she has had food to eat previously, well, you need to get her outside. That's the first thing you need to do. Get her outside or get her to a point, and try not to rest too long, because if she stands up and you give her a few minutes, within 5 minutes, you may have a problem. Now my video is playing something else here. So I've learned to, as soon as I see her get up, if I know she's had some food, to get her outside. So every week is something different. Every single week. If you notice in that previous video, there's that little umbilical cord is still sticking. That's how young she was, and then that falls off. Another thing, I always complained about them taking the tails off of our sheep. I always thought that was a little weird. but I now know why they do that. It's a hygiene thing, and I could see why. Just think about when you're feeding a baby, you're giving them milk. Well, you can imagine, without me going into details, what that means. What goes in must come out, and if you're drinking nothing but liquids, well, you get the idea there. So you can always tell if your lamb is starting to eat solid food, because what goes in also comes out again. And that's a very nice thing for me, because it's easier to clean up when there's a problem. I'd much rather for her to leave her little nuggets than to deal with the early years of, or early days in this case, of the lamb. I have never taken care of a young baby before. I've held them before. Father Columba is our main shepherd. I'm the second. And it's funny because it's kind of like I'm the mother and Father Columba is the uncle. So he comes over and he says, "Oh, let me see the lamb," and I bring the lamb out, and then she starts getting hungry or other things happen. And he's like, "Oh, here, have her back." He gives her back to me. So it's been a fun thing. But just remember, again, people fantasize about having a lamb, and they're meant for. Just imagine when that lamb gets big enough to be a full-size sheep. You've got this big, for lack of better words, a big carpet around, and all the wool and stuff. She doesn't shed. I don't have little black hairs everywhere. My cat sheds more than this lamb ever will. So in that sense, I like that. I like that she's quiet. Lammer never makes any noise unless she's hungry. Lammer, hey, Lammy, there you go. Hey, you can see there. That funny thing she does with her tail, it's kind of funny when she's like, "Oh, I don't have my bottle." I was going to say nearby, I could show you. But when they're feeding, again, go to watch some of my videos, my recent video. Towards the end, I'm walking to put lamb build. You'll see two young lambs feeding, and their tails are just going crazy. So I can always tell when she's happy. It's kind of like a dog, they start wagging their tails and things. But you can see there, this is a live shot, and she's just staring me down. Oh, wait, actually, she's not staring me down. She's looking outside. Hey, did I wake you up? Lammy, did I wake you up? Can you say hello? No? You're going to go back to sleep, aren't you? Oh, stretch. There you go. Oh, you're licking your chops. That means you are hungry. You're going to have to go out and eat some grass, though. So, yeah, it's been an interesting couple of weeks. Look forward to my video coming out about this whole experience of being with her. Again, I see people coming in and off, and that's leaving me to believe that something's wrong with the quality of the video. This is a problem with YouTube and us being on satellites. I'm actually going to type something in here and just say hello, just so people know. You can comment back. Just let me know, because I won't know until the end of this stream if this is coming out okay. Oh, yeah. And this is another problem. I know you can't see it on the video. Well, maybe you can see it on the video. That is a humidifier that I built because it's really dry here, and I really need that humidity in this room. But the lamb likes to chew on everything. Hey, come on. Come on now. Yeah, well, pointless right at the moment. But yes, that's another thing. Do they like chewing on your papers if they're lying on the ground? But they like to chew on strings, metals. Another thing that I've learned, I was very concerned. It's kind of like, I don't know, if you've had a child before and you're outside, and I don't know, they'll pick up something and start chewing on it, or they'll do something weird. You quickly snatch them away. Well, I was taking Lammer for a walk the other day, and she started chewing on rocks. She was eating rocks and things. Well, she wasn't eating, she was chewing on them. And I was getting really upset. So I called the vet and I said, "Why is the lamb chewing on rocks?" He said, "That's a normal thing." Again, because I'm around her so much. And I'm kind of like, "Oh no, you shouldn't be doing that." a typical parent, I guess. You know. Oh, there you go. See what she's doing there? She's pawing the no, not the back leg thing. Come on, Lammer. You were just doing it. Ah, see, that's what happens. You turn the camera on and then, blah. Anyway, so she was pawing the she was pawing the blanket there, and that's what they do right before they set. It's kind of like what cats do. If you've ever seen them, they'll kind of do that that massaging thing they do, and then into a spot. There are other animals that do that too. You know, the cat will paw it, they'll walk around, and they'll settle down into a spot. So the lamb kind of does the same thing. Right now, she's staring outside. She's about to go to sleep. I can see it in her eyes. Turn on here. There we go. I don't have to keep switching back and forth. So there's a few similarities there. I'm going to show you Lammer's mother. Let's see if I can call up. So that is, she is the most friendliest of the lambs we have. When I say friendly, I don't mean that lambs or sheep are mean or anything like that. What I mean is that she will walk up to you and not run away. This is one of these days that I can actually walk up to the whole group. You can see there. Do you see what in the corner there? One of the sheep, where the lamb was shaking his tail like crazy because she was feeding. So that's one of the things. But Gloria is her name, and she is one of our most curious, I guess would be a better word, is curious. She's a very curious sheep. So anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to use the messaging, the chat over on the side, because once this video is up, if it looks good, I'll leave. And it always helps because some people do have questions. I know there's only 2 people watching right now, but that's okay. This is more of a test to see if I've gotten everything working again. I had some video problems, but anyway, this was his favorite spot for the longest. I don't know if I can get it to come up. No, I can't. I have lost it. There she is. So when I first got Shadow here, she would hang out right here by the door. And I just kind of put some of my clothes there so she can get used to my smell. And you couldn't bottle feed her. She wouldn't do anything. And I was getting a little bit worried. So what I ended up doing was just put old clothes there on the floor. And that was her favorite spot for just 4 days. And then after that, it's been her favorite spot. So she hangs out there. And then that changed last week, and it moved back into the other room. And now she's back here again. So they moved spots. Again, if you watch sheep in their herds, they have spots that they go to. I can tell you every spot in our where we keep our sheep, and they go to those spots all the time. Mainly when they're resting. When they're eating, they'll just go everywhere. But that's that type of thing. They graze and move around. Anyway, that's about it. I don't have much more to say at this moment, but I will have another broadcast if this one is okay. Again, I can't confirm that, and do a more in-depth talk. Oh, Lammer just moved. Hey, Remy. Oh, I'm gonna get her up here in a second and say hello. Let's see if I can get her on here. Hey, Lemmy. There you go, Lemmy. Whoa! Oh, you're getting heavy. Here she is. You're probably blocking my microphone. Sorry, Lemmy. Go ahead and put your head down there. Here she is. So, there she is there. And I'm pretty sure let's just see. This is not a good way to feed them, but let's just see what she wants here. If she'll, yep. It's that bottle thing. They'll drink it no matter what you do. But hopefully this is her last week on this. Well, I shouldn't even say last week. Today's Friday. So after Saturday, I will probably feed her, I don't know, half of what I usually give her once a day. and I'm hoping she is eating grass and solid food by Monday. And then hopefully by the middle of next week, she will permanently be out with the flock. Okay, Lemmy. Okay, that's all I'm going to give you right now. Come on, that's it. All right. So that's it. All right, Lemmy. There you go. That's it. I'm going to go. God bless, and you all have a great weekend. Have a wonderful Sunday, and make sure that you pass the word around. Again, I hope this came out okay, but if it didn't, I'll probably do this offline and then upload it with all the questions and things. Because I just did a live broadcast on Facebook, and it seemed to come out okay. The cameras weren't that great, but I got them working now. So make sure you pass the word around, let people know about the channel. I upload videos when I can. It's a really hard thing. I have a very old, it's not a very old computer, but it is a little slow when it comes to editing because of various things. So it gets a little bit hard sometimes to produce these videos. So I'm really slow getting them out. I have about 6 that are lined up that I need to do. One of them is a hike that I did when it snowed. Beautiful thing. I'm composing the music for it. So that's always a special thing. That's the reason it takes a while. But then when I get the music done, editing it becomes a problem because you'll move something and then it takes forever for it to display on the screen because of just the higher the quality of the video, the harder it is to get things done. So I'm probably going to do a GoFundMe to raise some money. I've already asked permission to do that, so I'll probably set that up and see if I can get a faster computer, and then we can produce some really good videos. I'm working on the streaming, so we go from there. So God bless. Have a great Sunday, or rest of Saturday first, then a Sunday. Bye. Hope to see you at the monastery at some point.